Hi everybody, Victoria here. Happy spring equinox. We just had our equinox yesterday. And as many of you know, that's the start of the expansion of the light time of the year. At the equinoxes, we have our balance of day and night. And in spring, we start to grow and the light starts to grow, where in autumn, the dark starts to grow. So right now we are moving into the light time of the year. So first of all, I just wanted to say happy equinox. And then I wanted to come to you with a quick reading. I'm on the road, as you can see. So it's pretty windy outside. You have to see the trees blowing in the background. So it's a little hard to do a reading outside. So I thought I'd just go ahead and come to you from my vehicle. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend and enjoying your time. So first of all, I'm doing my reading from the Tarot of the She again. I think I did one of my last readings from here. And I'm also wearing my symbol of the She. And I have the book actually talks about the symbol. My friend made me this, as I mentioned in my last deck. So here is a simple drawing of the great glyph of the She for you to use in your own work. It has proven to be a powerful gateway for the author, and I trust it will be proof the same for you. So a little bit about the She, connecting with the She wrote a song, and I'll just kind of read this to you. It says, the song of the She. Deep as the sea we sing, as high as the moon we sing. Dreaming of the golden skies, we try to forget your lies. As old as the hills, as young as the rain, we sing through the joy and dance through the pain. In twilight we dwell unseen, destined to live in between. An echo is all that you hear, as breath, or a breath as we draw so near. A whispering wind, a quivering leaf, below the above and above the beneath. Look for our light in the hills, our song can be heard there still. As old as the sky, as young as the day, endlessly wise but losing the way. Children of gods we know, the paths you have trod we know, longing to breathe once more the cool air of your blessed shore. As old as the hills, as young as the rain, we sing through the joy, we dance through the pain. And that's the song of the She. So I will let you contemplate that for a second. And as I pulled these cards, I was had the intention of what kind of energies are coming this week and how can we move through them gracefully. So the first card that came up is called Maker 9, and that's the root and blossom. So in traditional tarot, this is the Nine of Pentacles. And as you can see, it's a beautiful scene with a river and a fruitful tree, an old fruitful tree, wise oak maybe, or probably not oak. Those are beautiful flowers on there, so it has to be a different type. But it's a flourishing tree, and the sun is setting in the background. Beautiful day, and this is definitely a card of fruition. So this is kind of the focus. It's like we're beginning to start to see light and blossomings and fruition in different areas of our life, and that is wonderful. One thing that is going to come up, even with all the beauty and the fruition and the new life, there will always be weeds to pick. There will always be things that will come up that need to be cleared. That is no matter what. So, I mean, as you weed your own garden, you know when you start shifting stuff, you get those little weeds that just have to be plucked out. And if you don't, they'll get bigger and bigger. So that being a parallel for kind of what's going on inside of us. We're growing, we're shifting, we'll have new experiences, and at the same time, we'll have things that need to be cleared, things that need to be plucked out of our lives, old patterns that need to be let go of. Okay, the next card came up, Dancer 8, and this is escaping stagnation. So the way I kind of see this is like we're coming out of this old path of like there was like a lot of ickiness, a lot of things that maybe didn't resonate with us, maybe brought us down, and we're moving towards that light, towards that sunshine. We have our eyes focused on it, and but we could still feel that ickiness. We could still feel the old patterns. We could still feel the things that had brought us down. We could still feel those things that maybe even brought us ill health. So don't allow yourself to be drawn back down into that. Keep your light and your focus ahead on that light, on that goal, on the things that make you feel fresh and alive and renewed. Notice like that green scenery that we saw in the last card of fruition and life. That person is going towards that new life. But at the same time, the lower half of their body is still in the ickiness. So it's like, oh, I gotta get out. I'm gonna move out of this. So doing things that make you feel lightened, make you feel uplifted, that help refocus you in the direction of your inspirations, of your goals, of that new life, of that fresh air. What can you do to move forward at the beginning of this new season, this new start of the seasonal year, the spring equinox, and bring new, fruitful, positive things into your life? And at the same time, releasing those things harmoniously that are old patterns of stagnation, old patterns that no longer serve us. Okay. And the last card, I usually do them in threes, but the two cards came out, and basically the way that Spirit kind of described this is like, if we don't do this, this is the direction that we're going in, and if we do, this is the direction that we're going in. So the first one that came up was Dancer King. Dancer King, gifts of wisdom, and he's the king of water. So notice he's coming out of the ocean, kind of like the mighty Neptune, the god Neptune. He's coming out with his water dragon, and he's coming up with all his force and his might because he's the king of the ocean. So as you know, the ocean, water, parallels and is attributed to our emotions. So going deep within, bringing up that beautiful wisdom, connecting with our feelings, and releasing, again, the stagnant feelings, the stagnant icky stuff, the stuff we don't need anymore, and bringing up that inner wisdom, that inner truth, that inner direction, moving forward with life. But we're going to have to move through the emotions no matter what, whether they're good or bad, whether they're happy or sad. We're going to have to move through them. So just moving through them in the best way. And the other card that came up was Dreamer 5. So this is hope discarded. So, I mean, I just want you to look at these two cards really quick. Let me see if I can get them next to each other. They actually look kind of similar to each other, but in like different ways. Like this guy, the king of water, he's totally just like uplifted and the sunshine and bringing up new life and golds and blues. And then hope discarded. This guy, like, he looked like he was once powerful, but now like he's given up his hope. He's all black, like he looks like he's about to like go into the earth and like, go like a skeleton almost. And he's throwing his sword away, like, I'm giving up the fight. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just done. I'm just gonna go die. I don't know. Maybe he's not gonna go die. But it's just like, it's basically the gist of, I'm done. I have no more hope. I am just, everything's against me. It's giving up that hope. So this one is a mind card. This one is an emotion card. When you let your mind and the negative thoughts of the mind get the best of you, and then you give up hope, this is what this is saying. Okay? When you work through your emotions and find positive ways to transform fears and doubts and those feelings, you are bringing that wisdom to the surface and rising above and transforming, really. Where this one is like, okay, I mean, we all go through stuff and it's painful and it's hard sometimes, but try not to lose hope of that light, that inner light, and going within rather than letting the feeling of being completely um, buried with the negativity of the mind overwhelm us. And remember, call on your guides, call on your angels, call on God, call on source to help you and assist you through this. Pray, this is a time where people really need that higher assistance, and the angels and our guardians of light are there to help us. Okay, so don't forget about that. Remember that. Um, Call on the archangels, depending on what you feel that you resonate with most. Okay, so which path are you going to choose? The path of light, of moving through emotions, moving through um, these patterns, and either transforming them, or the path of sadness and fear and despair. Like, nobody wants to move through that. We may, we may have to face it, but to rise and bring that light into it and allow for the renewal. So this is kind of how it came through. And like in everything in life, we have our cycles, and sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes we go through a lot of crap. We just have to keep on moving forward, and it's easier said than done. But remember, you have people around you that love you and care about you, and connect with your friends and your family that uplift you. I think it's really important to connect with um, people of like mind, a positive mind moving forward. I think it helps us all. So I think that was kind of like the gist of the message, where, focus on the fruition, focus on this new time of year, this new life. And yes, there's going to be weeds that are going to come up that you have to pluck and let go of and release, and then call that light in to take that space from those weeds, and bring new life or new blessings in. Okay. Wishing you well, and of course sending lots of blessings. And as always, if this message resonates with you, wonderful, and take it forward in the best ways that you can. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. You'll find whatever message you need through the pathway that's best for you. And I just hope you're having a great week and many blessings ahead. I'm doing my readings. If you'd like to book one, please feel free to direct message me, and sending you lots of love. I'll talk to you later.